The farewell to Buckingham Palace has been a true shock for all, despite the fact that many tried to prepare for such a moment. Even though such an event is difficult to anticipate, it still causes a sense of dismay, and this emotional goodbye has left all of us speechless. Prince Edward, one of the most beloved members of the royal family, stunned the world with his decision to say goodbye to such a famous place. The moment of departure, which occurred only a few minutes ago, shocked many, leaving the public in deep astonishment and sorrow. However, the question arises, why does Prince Edward, one of the most respected and close to the people members of the royal family, choose to part ways with such an important and historic location? Stay with us to discover the details and explore this incredible situation, considering its uniqueness and the opportunities that lie ahead for the royal family in the future. The story of Prince Edward. Prince Edward, the youngest son of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, has long been one of the most admired members of the royal family. He has always been a person who drew attention due to his unique role in the life of the monarchy. He was the first royal child to attend a state school, breaking with tradition. Edward was born on March 10, 1964, and from the very beginning, his path within the royal spotlight was different from those of his older siblings. While Prince Charles, Princess Anne, and Prince Andrew took on public responsibilities from a young age, Prince Edward sought his own way, focusing on charity work and less public royal duties. Known for his restraint and charm, Prince Edward has always been a family member who avoided unnecessary fanfare and drama. His early years were marked by his passion for the arts, and even before taking on royal duties in the late 1980s, he was involved in television production. In his life, there has always been a balance between duties and personal interests, such as theatre and volunteer work for charitable organizations. In 1999, he founded the production company Ardent Productions, which became an expression of his desire to bring a creative approach to the arts. The death of his father in 2021 brought with it changes, including the granting of the title Duke of Edinburgh to Prince Edward. This marked the beginning of a new era in his life, when his role in royal affairs became more visible, and he began regularly accompanying his mother, the Queen, and his brother, Prince Charles, at important state events. Edward took on a more prominent position within the family, and this drew attention to his influence in royal life. He became a kind of quiet but powerful player within the monarchy, in contrast to some of the more public members. The breaking point. Why did Prince Edward leave Buckingham Palace? The breaking point came when Prince Edward made his shocking decision to leave Buckingham Palace. The reasons behind his departure are multifaceted and complex, and it's clear that this wasn't a decision made lightly. The royal family has always been subject to intense public scrutiny, and with the passing of time, members of the family are faced with tough personal choices, sometimes leading to actions that surprise the world. In Edward's case, his departure may be linked to several factors, both personal and institutional. Over the years, there have been hints that Prince Edward, despite his high status within the family, felt constrained by the weight of tradition and public expectations. As a younger member of the royal family, he was expected to maintain a balance between his public and private life, often struggling to reconcile his private passions with the demands placed upon him by his royal duties. His early work in television production and charity work showed a more individualistic side to his character, one that sought creative freedom outside the royal structure. Additionally, Edward had always been known as a quieter, more introverted member of the family. While his siblings, particularly Prince Charles and Princess Anne, had more prominent roles, Edward found himself in a somewhat liminal space within the family hierarchy. Perhaps this sense of liminality contributed to his decision to take a step back and reconsider his place within the palace's walls. But there's also a deeper, emotional layer to this departure. The royal family has been through a series of turbulent moments in recent years, from the drama surrounding Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's departure from royal duties to the ongoing scrutiny of Prince Andrew's involvement in scandal. It is possible that Prince Edward, a deeply private individual, found these events to be too overwhelming to ignore. The pressures of royal life, coupled with his own personal need for peace and quiet, might have played a significant role in his decision. The royal family's response. An era of change. The royal family's response to Prince Edward's departure has been a mixture of shock and understanding. Although no official statement has been released, insiders close to the family have revealed that the Queen, who has always been a source of unwavering support for her children, understands her son's decision. After all, Edward's path within the monarchy has always been different, and perhaps this departure signals a natural shift in the royal landscape. For the monarchy itself, Edward's exit is symbolic of the changing nature of the royal family. As the world evolves, so too must the royal family. The monarchy has already faced immense challenges in recent years, from public scandals to shifting public perceptions of its role in British society. Edward's departure may signal the beginning of a larger movement within the royal family to adapt to modern times, creating a space for younger generations to lead and redefine their roles. The family may also see this moment as an opportunity to rethink how it interacts with the public. The rise of social media and the changing attitudes towards royalty have forced the family to reconsider its public image and its approach to the media. Edward's quiet departure could be a way of emphasizing the importance of privacy in a world that increasingly demands transparency. It may also allow the family to focus more on its charitable endeavors, rather than its more public-facing duties. Looking to the future, what's next for Prince Edward and the royal family? As for Prince Edward, the future holds many possibilities. His departure from Buckingham Palace doesn't mark an end to his involvement in the royal family. Rather, it might signal a shift towards a more independent role within the monarchy. With the changing dynamics of the royal family, it is likely that Edward will continue to serve as a quiet but influential figure, supporting charitable causes and representing the family in less public ways. For the monarchy as a whole, Edward's decision could pave the way for a broader re-evaluation of what it means to be a royal in the 21st century. In an era where public service takes many forms, the family may start to embrace a more flexible approach, allowing members like Edward to contribute in ways that are more aligned with their personal values and passions. In the long run, Prince Edward's departure may be seen as a turning point, not just for him, but for the entire royal family. As the world changes, so too must the monarchy, and this moment could be the catalyst for that transformation. With new opportunities ahead, it will be fascinating to watch how the royal family navigates this new chapter, and how Prince Edward continues to shape his legacy in the years to come.